My 2018 preseason NFL power rankings are out. Some people have questions about the Seattle Seahawks, who I have at number 27. Last year was the first year that Russell Wilson was not backed by a top 5 defense. It also happened to be the first year that Russell Wilson didn't make the playoffs. And as great as he is, how much more can you ask of this guy? And on the other side of the ball, no Richard Sherman, no Cam Chancellor, no Michael Bennett, no Cliff Averill. The list goes on. I see one team pointing down the NFC West. That's Seattle. The other 3 are pointing up. Could be a rough year. So the Dallas Cowboys, they should feel good about having Ezekiel Elliott back for a full season. But what is that offense going to do to offset defenses that are packing 8 and 9 guys in the box to stop him? I mean, we're going to find out what they've got in a passing game that, everyone knows Des Bryant, Jason Witten are gone. You can see the Cowboys getting up to 10 wins. That NFC East is always a hard division to pick. But right now I've kind of got them packed in with the Redskins and Giants, obviously chasing the Eagles. We'll see if they can do better than I think. But I think right now, average team. So the Los Angeles Chargers, is this the year? I obviously think it is. I've got them winning the AFC this year. If the Chargers have a good kicking game last year, they avert that 0-2 start, they get into the playoffs where they should have been. This team, I think, has a lot of good pieces, particularly that defense. I think this could be finally the year that Phillip Rivers makes it to the big game. So the Atlanta Falcons, they're the team I have beating the Chargers in the Super Bowl. And this team has really had great continuity the last couple of years, dating back to a Super Bowl run in 2016, and people don't talk enough about their defense. Great athletes on that side of the ball, and I think people also forget that because of that defense, the Falcons are the team that came closest to knocking off the Eagles last year. But if that offense is a little better this year, that defense is going to be better. This is going to be a tough team to beat, and I've got them going all the way. I've got the Eagles 1 in the power rankings and the Patriots at 2. And I think largely this is kind of an honor to those teams, an homage. You hate to take those clubs out of the top spots coming off Super Bowl runs, given that neither seems appreciably worse. And maybe the Eagles are better. Carson Wentz is going to be back. Jason Peters is coming back. They've added Michael Bennett. They don't play these games on paper, but the Eagles look, at least on paper, like a better team than the one that beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. The Patriots, they continue to be the class of the AFC, but I do have questions. I don't think the Julian Edelman suspension is a huge deal, but you've lost Amendola, you've lost Dion Lewis, you've lost Nate Solder. Tom Brady's been protected by Nate Solder and Matt Light his entire career. Now the Patriots are looking for a left tackle. That's a pretty key spot to be looking when your quarterback is 41 years old. So a lot of questions to be answered there, plus a defense that doesn't look that much better outside of Dante Hightower's return. Might have a tough time getting past the Chargers or even Jacksonville come January.